sitting back in these early team fights, as well as the fact that you can unlock Feather to go roam around, pair up alongside Xiao Hongren and get into these other lanes. They are going to lock this Drake. Yeah, Xiao Hongren fully on vision right now. I don't know if he knows it.
Well, Seitab has a wave priority, so he's going to actually go in. Stun initially does land onto Tien, and he has to use the Audacious Charge to get away. Grand Entrance does knock up 2, and there's a seismic shove come out of the Weaver's Wall. Xiaohu comes in first and allows for first blood to be collected by the side of Weibo Gaming. 1xN is to shift away. He's ticking very low, and the wind becomes lightning, comes through. Weibo are on the board. It's 2-0.
And that's what we were talking about, right? The extra bit of an advantage right now. Weibo, at least for the first 9 minutes of this game, have looked incredibly good.
And now it looks like ThunderTalk want to try to make a play to bounce back a little bit here as Xiao Hongren does go forward with that Grand Starfall. Going to be combined with the Headbutt Pulve. And there's no combination there for Xiaohu this time. Feather going to be the one to claim the kill, but it's ThunderTalk getting on the board.
It wasn't taken off the back of that initial fight won by Weibo, so ThunderTalk going to be able to pick themselves up this one. A single Infernal Drake is pretty nice to be able to grab.
It's a nice way to even things out and stem the bleeding a little bit, right, for ThunderTalk, because they were playing on a team like ThunderTalk where all you want to do normally, and your recipe for success, is winning out on these 5v5s. Could have backed out a little bit differently, as we're seeing another usage of that Grand Starfall from Xiao Hongren, as we see the Headbutt Pulve also land onto Light, who has to pop the Feather Storm, but Seitab's going to flash forward, not find the Charm, though, as the drag back will find 2. And now Tien is hunting for a little bit of a trade, as Weaver's Wall comes out from Xiaohu. Feather, very low, should be going down. First kill in the fight for Weibo. Now Xiao Hongren has to flash over, going to be immediately matched by Breathe, and Weibo are going to try to chase him down in a 3v1 situation. No more summoner spells available for Xiao Hongren. Xiaohu flashes in, gonna try to find that seismic shove, combined with the decimating smash means that it's another 2 kills for Weibo Gaming.
And that's off the back of a very aggressive...
could be big, which is why they want to make sure that they have that early dragon lead despite the Goldie going over, but Weibo dumps over the wall. Tien not able to get the smite, though, as Xiao Hongren will collect the second Drake of the game. Now Era goes forward with the quickness, but he's immediately headbutted away. Feather with a 3-man pulverize, and there's the true shot barrage here from 1xN. Almost takes down Era. He's forced to shift over the wall. Now Xiao's in some trouble as Seitab's looking to chase him down. So far, no kills going over, but here comes Xiao Hongren. That is going to be the Grand Starfall over to lock down Tien. Already Xiao has gone down. ThunderTalk finding the fight right back, getting the dragon and 2 more kills.
There we go, ThunderTalk. That's the kind of snap for themselves. They begin to lose a big chunk of that gold lead. In fact, with that tower going down as well, the gold lead...
just 300 gold down and setting themselves up around this Rift Herald. If they pick this up, it'll be feats of strength in totality going over to them. And Weibo want to try to put a stop to it, but Feather's doing a really nice job boxing him out. A teleport comes in. It's going to be Breathe joining the fight. Right into the pit he goes. And Feather's bought so much time with the Unbreakable Will that the seismic shove has come in. Xiao Hongren has been caught out. He uses the agents trying to keep himself alive, but he will drop to Tien. And Breathe is going to flash from the wall, look to continue the assault. Unstoppable Onslaught comes through. There's the Weaver's Wall in from Xiao, but Feather cancels it and makes sure that he is the lone sacrifice in keeping his carries alive, at least for now. 1xN and Seitab hunting under the tier 1 turret. They're looking to try to defend their lives. Seitab doing a ton of damage with that Spirit Rush, and the Charm does land onto Xiaohu, and the turret is heating up, but it's not nearly enough to take anybody down on Weibo Gaming. So despite the Rift Herald and the feats of strength going over ThunderTalk, Weibo pick up 3 kills, and it could be a 4th. Seitab in some trouble. Tien dashes over the wall, and will find his mark on the Nine-Tailed Fox.
And the key factor in this fight, the key difference between this one and the previous one, is the fact that Breathe joins the fight. So tanky at this point on the Scion.
Playing this game out. Breathe sacrificing some waves, sacrificing opportunities to defend towers, to go for these fights, and so far that has helped Weibo in this game, as now we're seeing Breathe. I think he used the ulti to try to clear out a wave, preventing this Herald from having as much value as it might originally have possessed. And it's going to be a trade of towers across the map. Seitab, though, has found out Breathe. Don't know if the Ahri has enough damage to kill him, though, and so we'll see how annoying Seitab wants to be, or if Breathe is just going to be able to get out for free.
Breathe does have a lot of armor at the moment, so it is possible that you can take him down as Seitab, but it's going to take a while.
Tickling that man right now. It's not even close.
You'll get him eventually, maybe. Yeah, there you go.
He needed some help.
He needed the Ezreal to join.
And you know what? It will be a kill onto 1xN, which is desperately needed here. One of the bigger carries overall this season for ThunderTalk.
Ends up happening, yeah, he takes the ulti to try to get away, but Seitab sniffs that one out and is able to go and help give that kill over to one. Breathe would be unkillable. You know, there's absolutely nothing you can do at that point to keep yourself alive.
Satan. Oh, he's completely caught out. Its Era will jump in as well. 3 talent strike lands in, but Feather is here to peel away. Weaver's Wall coming through to try to block away Ari from the rest of his team. The Unbreakable will, not so unbreakable here. In a 1v4, it's Feather going down and Weibo getting right back on the board.
It's unfortunate for Feather to have to pay for the sins of his mid laner, and because you lose that support, it's going to be
time. And ThunderTalk now have mid lane prio with 1xN being able to sit there and shove this wave in. It could be the tier 2 just fully going down, and it will likely be. Will it come at the cost of board, though, as a teleport has come in from Breathe. This Scion is a very beefy boy, and in comes Xiao with the Weaver's Wall. 1xN forces shift away. Satab running the wrong direction, away from the rest of his team, and that means that it's right now ThunderTalk sequestered and separated, and in a 4v5 situation, Feather going to be the sacrifice once more, as the ThunderTalk support will fall for the 3rd time this game, as Weibo get another kill right before the Dragon.
There's no real hope to be able to fight onto this one. A second Mountain Drake is going to be picked up here for Weibo. And this extra armor stacking, this extra resist that you're going to be getting.
Stream, if you can hear us, we apologize. Our producer's power went out in their apartment, so wishing the best of luck to Bread.
As left off, there was push from Hoya, but a team fight win out of Weibo. All of a sudden, Weibo jump in, and they're in such a strong position for themselves. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see the
ThunderTalk to operate as 4 on the opposite side of the map. Right now, that is around the Baron, which has just spawned. And now it's going to be Weibo looking for a fight with the Weaver's Wall coming through from Xiao. Feather already being chunked very low, has to flash over the Raptor pit, but will end up surviving for now. Era going for Hoya immediately with the quickness, but does not find the charm, and that is the ultimate and a lot more cooldowns utilized already by the Weibo Gaming support. Nobody on ThunderTalk has died just yet. It will be Feather heading back to base, but now the Dragon is up in 15 seconds, and Weibo could potentially pick up a 4-soul Mountain Dragon. As now ThunderTalk know that they have to try to answer. They're starting up this Baron and forcing Weibo to make a move.
What can you do at this point? I mean, every single time that Feather steps up, he just gets chunked instantly. Hoya's come along to potentially join in with the rest of the team. Gets drawn away from the side lane, not exactly what you want to have happen in this situation. You can head straight down on towards the Drake. This is going to be Soul if you can pick it up right here.
Oh, Xiao Gran, he jumps in. The Dragon's already at 4,000 HP, jumping in onto Light, but look at Breathe with the unstoppable onslaught. He's found one, and a 2-man seismic shove comes through from Xiaohu. Hoya will fly. There's the Dragon's at 2,000 HP. Who's going to get it? It's secured by the side of ThunderTalk. Xiao Gran somehow is able to pick it up, and 1xN is still alive, kiting out the entirety of Weibo. Getting up to Tian. 1xN is popping off. True Shot Barrage does not find its mark on his Xiaohu, and ThunderXN, now with no mana, is going to have to try to get out of this one in a very tough situation. He flashed away for the quickness, but will still get charmed up by Era, and the killing blow is imminent, and Light will pick it up. Satab, the last remaining survivor here for PTT, and even though they were able to pick up the Dragon and deny the soul, they're going to lose a whole lot more in terms of those kills with Breathe running him down.
As Zetab just gonna have to keep running away from this one, but this is just time being wasted right now. 15 seconds until Zhao Hongren is gonna be back up and available. 40 seconds until 1xN. The push coming through right here for the members of Weibo. Don't know if they're gonna be able to end the game, but with the teleport coming in, it looks like they want to try.
They desync the back timers so much. It's gonna be a 3v5. Once Breathe is able to get into here, as the minions will start to crash into these Nexus turrets. And ThunderTalk will have one last stand here at this game number 1. Feather's already gone in. Already another seismic shove connecting onto Hoya. He goes down before anything can be said about it. And Zhao Hongren and Feather are the last remaining ones alive. 1xN's up in 6, but it will be too little, too late here in game number 1. Weibo coming out firing, making sure that everybody knows that they are here to play in the play-in stage, taking game 1 in 37 minutes.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights.
To dissuade that, right?
These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
The Galio Weibo, who had those semi-global ultimates to respond to easily. And they have it again now with Xiaohu on this Galio, but not right now, as it is still level 4 on his mid laner. However, it's still going to be a dive imminent here for Weibo Gaming. They're going on the 1xN. Tien flashes over the wall, and with the cannon form that Era's picked up, meaning that the tower can continuously be aggroed. Feather is going to drop as well, and a beautifully juggled turret dive successful for Weibo Gaming.
Gorgeous right there. Like you said, Era using the combo composition, and the amount of multi-man stuns you can get through can be huge.
Whoa,
oh boy.
Wow.
Yep. That's the other thing, right?
Just like that. Era down for the count here in the 2v.
This one mostly. The slow from Ocean is huge though, and Zhao Hongren is here.
He's actually jumped in at an HP advantage. It will be a 2-for-1, now a 3-for-1, as it does force Xiao to use that hero's entrance over, but that is a good
area 2. Xiao who doesn't have the ulti.
But there's a really good angle for a tidal wave if he wants to use it here as the grubs continue to tick lower. The first one secured by Tien. Now Hoya coming in. The big tidal wave does knock up 2, and Era's at 300 HP. Still have 2 grubs up. Hoya flashing in, trying to find the stun, but he's not going to find enough. Cyclone comes through, and the kill will go over to Light at second of the game, as it'll be another grub picked up by the side of Weibo Gaming.
Tien doesn't care. Tien and Xiaohu are not the primary targets there. You need to be hitting onto Light if you want that play to work out, and he just isn't in that situation. One fight here for Weibo. And this is the Weibo that we were really hoping to see, right? The Weibo that can go toe-to-toe. Now they're going to look for a play onto Zetab. He's got Flash.
And Tien steals, has the Cyclone stolen away from him, I should say. So, gonna provide a little bit of extra utility. Xiaohu still gonna land that knock through the Justice Punch, and Tien dashes forward and picks up a kill with a crushing blow.
There we go, Weibo there.
The map, the crucial members for ThunderTalk are the ones that are behind right now, Blockster. It's you know, Zhao Hongren on this Nefiri, who's fallen behind, and Tien, who now has a full Trinity Force, and 1xN has not had himself a good go of things as well. And Tien continuing to make his impact known across the map as he's looking for a play onto Hoya, who pops the Dominus, but is just not going to be tanky enough to survive the might of the top side of Weibo.
100% kill participation right here from Tien. He's having a heat.
Zetab, again, was able to survive a little bit, and now looks like ThunderTalk are going to try to make a play on the top side. Breathe does not have an ultimate. He lands the Antofo strikes, though, onto 2, and sends them all the way back, and now it's going to be forced the flash out of Zhao Hongren. Eventually, the damage will be enough to take up the kill on the Cassandra, but he bought up so much time, and it should mean a free dragon picked up for Weibo in response.
I can understand why you just go towards the top side right now. You're not winning in these 4v4.
And it's already in favor of Weibo. They have just a little bit more damage to do right now. It should be the first tower going over to Weibo if they can finish this one off. The wave is thinning out. Oh man, it's actually a bit of a close race. Here we go. Another wave crashing in. It's going to be Weibo to secure it. That's grub diff right there, baby.
Yeah, that's exactly right. One more grub. It means they're able to grab this one a little bit quicker. That's a teleport below, started it up, but isn't able to take it down anywhere near far enough. And Weibo, they bring in the cavalry.
Yeah, they've already chunked out 1xN to relatively low HP margins. He's about 3/4 HP now, as the Rift Herald is now at 4,000 HP. Hoya has come in, looking to try to join the fight, but Weibo are still so much stronger. But it is going to be Zhao Hongren to lock up the Herald, but not the Eye just yet, as it's a big heal coming through from Hoya. They send the Era over the wall with a Blast Cone. Pop Blossom going to come in, only locking down 1, but Hoya is going to be the target. Weibo trying to chase him down underneath the tier 1 turret. They go. But now the question is, can ThunderTalk get the Eye? I don't think they will, unless they want to sacrifice his life for it, and it's not a worthy price, at least for the moment. So back, Thunder Talk go. They're going to try to protect this tier 1 tower. A teleport is available for Hoya if he wants to rejoin the fight. The question is, will it be fast enough? Xiaohu gets locked up by that Aqua Prison and is forced to flash away. And Thunder Talk actually coming out on top so far. But the question is, can they find any kills? As Weibo looking more for the defensive, but have set up a death brush here. Seitab going to get caught out by Tien. Light going to dish out a lot of damage here with those double ups as well. It is going to be nobody dropping so far, with Zhao Grand now looking to try to cut people off here. Going into the Raptor pit.
Oh,
they
Light.
jump in. They might have found Light. He still has both of his summoner spells available, so will not be targeted very much. Seitab going with the Abscond Abduct. How has nobody died?
Oh!
Seitab, a 4-man Pop Blossom, has still not found a single kill. The bullet time will reign in and find it onto the Silas. And overall, just a 1-for-0 at the end of the day.
Light finally finds a use right there for his ulti and manages to pick up the final kill. What a mess of a team at the moment. Doesn't feel like he can go compete for this one. Like you said, that's going to be Soul Point now picked up for Weibo. Despite the fact they've got the slightly better composition, once we get into the mid to late game, they just haven't been able to find themselves these, but that's a huge chunk of damage down.
Yeah. You know, Light's now at half HP. That could be a potential angle. However, as I say that, immediately the double up just destroys 1xN's health bar. And now puts Light back in a decent position here in this one. Seitab steals away the hero's entrance if he wants to try to utilize that semi-global ultimate of his own. As Zhao Grand is going to dash over the wall and make sure he doesn't go down. There's really nothing to fight for on the map at this point, so I'm surprised to see both teams kind of A-ramming here. But, you know,
yeah, I guess
we're going to see a fight, we're going to see a fight.
Yeah, if you want to just kill your opponents, get yourself mid lane push, then go towards Atakan, that might work. See, a lot of skill shots missing at the moment, though. Otherwise, the engage might have already come through.
And Zhao Grand flashed away. Oh, that's an Aqua Prison onto Erha. And that means 1xN able to shut him down. There's a stolen away Galio ultimate as well. The bullet time going to do some work, though. And pick up the first kill onto Hoya. And Zhao Grand's the next to follow. Xiaohu picks up a 2-man taunt. Feathers locked up. Gonna maybe be taken down, but 1xN still doing his best. The Intofo strikes fine 1xN, but it's not enough damage to take him down. Weibo still go 2 for 1 though, and will gain priority in the mid lane. And Tien dashes in and picks up a kill onto the Lucian.
There we go, that's the fight that Weibo were looking for. They've cracked this one open, going to be able to pick up that mid lane tier 1. The mid lane tier 2 is soon to follow, and it's only one lone Nami available on the map right now. They can turn around, go pick themselves up the Atakan if they want it as Weibo. They might even just head back to base, spend that gold, grab the kill onto 1xN, and the second that you've lost that Lucian, there's absolutely no wave clear left available. We're going to jump out of this one though, straight into another fight.
Otacon has been started by Thunder Talk. They're feeling a little desperate at this point, trying to utilize the Death Ball before they get outscaled, but it might have already happened here. Tien going over the wall with the Blast Cone, has a really nice flank angle and already Breathe, locking down Seitab and forcing him into a bit of a predicament. However, now it's going to be the Xante focused down and taking down the shutdown, going the way of Zhao Gren. So it's a 5v4 over on the map, as the Otacon still has not been unreset. And it's at 6,000 HP. Tien can still jump in to try to pick up a steal. Light still has the blow time and it's just come off of cooldown. Seitab has one of his own as he's stolen away with the hijack. Health bar still on Weibo's side. Seitab, he's gonna jump in. Go in with a Pop Blossom. Lockdown 3, but the damage is still not nearly enough. Light will survive. And then will be Tien trying to lock this down. Otacon belongs to Weibo. Game 2 in the hands of Weibo as well, as they'll try to pick up another kill on a Feather, and there'll be sushi on the menu for Weibo Gaming.
Yeah, they're going to be able to pick themselves up the ace right there. Only Breathe ends up dying, and that's another huge Pop Blossom out of Feather that just doesn't have the follow-up from the remaining members of Thunder Talk. He gets left out to dry in that one, and Weibo, they are in complete control of this. If I'm Seitab, I'm human about this one, right? All the way into the back line, massive Pop Blossom, and it just doesn't matter. There's no follow-up. Zhao Gren never gets in. Feather isn't able to support either. It's really only 1xN who goes in with everybody else, and unfortunately, a lone Lucian into the backline doesn't often go well. And the team fight just completely falls apart from there.
Speaking of Zhao Gren, he just died in the picture-in-picture as well, so off of that replay, it's still Weibo with...
End their entire split here. We'll put them down into Group Nirvana next time around as well, which just sucks to have happen. Weibo, they're looking to make that happen right now. Erha goes in.
Pop Blossom lands on Hoya. That's all it's going to take, as the Renekton is once again down for the count. Been a tough game for Hoya so far. He's 0-5-1 on the Crocodile. And with the 4v5, it'll be Weibo heading over to the Baron with not much Thunder Talk can do about it, unless it's just a bait. It was! On the Feather, they go with the Cyclone, and Tien's able to click it up nearly by himself. And that's another kill just for free, as Weibo are running away with this game.
This is still Tian on 100% kill participation right here. He's been an absolute menace in this game on the Wukong. Everything runs through him when it comes to Weibo. And Zhao Hongren, he's attempting to get himself into this pit, wants to find a miracle steal, but he's going to be chased out of the pit. Erha can find onto him. And this Neferi isn't even strong enough to go and try to kill this support. Zhao, who is the backup needed as well. Zhao Hongren just going to walk away from this one, and it's going to be Baron secured right here for Weibo. This game is fully in their hands. Now with the Baron buff available, they're going to be looking to crack open the base, and most likely this second game.
And this is what happens for ThunderTalk, right? You pick an early game composition, you don't win the early game. That means that things don't normally go too well for you afterwards. It's Weibo just really outplaying TT on all facets of the map.
Enjoying the fight, breathe, very quick on those teleports as well. We saw it in the previous game too, where you were constantly ending up with a Scion or a Talia into the backline as well. Good bubble onto Tian means he takes a decent chunk of damage, but it's really hard to kill the Wukong because you could just do that and grab your clone that can block up all of the damage from the culling. And now the siege really going to come through. You've got a push going on in the mid lane and the bot lane. Nothing in the top side. They don't have multiple waves to play through, but it doesn't even look like they need it right now.
Yeah, merely a formality at this point for this game to be in favor of Weibo. Era has stolen away the cannon minion form. I mean, Zaytap knows it, but still can't do anything about it because he's just so weak compared to what this Nico does have in store. Speaking of weak, Zhao Hongren is just that as Tian will claim yet another victim. His 9th kill of the game as he maintains that 100% KP. And now it is one last ditch effort here for ThunderTalk. Zaytap does find a big pop blossom, but he just does absolutely no damage at this point. All the ultis are landing, but it's not meaning a damn thing against the might of Weibo Gaming's composition.
There's nothing ThunderTalk can do right now. Multiple Baron empowered cannon minions just chunking through their towers. You see, there's the wave coming in from the bot side as well. Feather, 1xN, Hoya, they're going to need a miracle right now. Erha into the backline.
Yeah, and that should just do it. It's going to be Hoya picking up 1 kill on the lights, but still 4 members of Weibo Gaming strong. Baron buff in their hands, and it should be enough for them to open up this Nexus and send ThunderTalk down to match point. It's Weibo jumping.
Poppy locked in. I think it looks great, especially with the amount of dash that you've got available to ThunderTalk.
This is not what I was expecting ThunderTalk to pull out here.
Pushed around right here. I think Tian was able to steal away a camp for himself, though, so is going to put himself into a pretty good spot. But the 50-50 for the first mark is going to come up. Zhao Hongren here. He's going to be able to walk topside and grab that scuttle. You can see pings going down potentially from the members of Weibo.
And actually, yeah, Tian's going to just run straight up there, secure the double scuttle for himself without even touching his topside quadrant. And Zhao Hongren instead opting to go for camp says, whoa! Yo! There goes Era! First blood picked up for ThunderTalk as he just gets bursted into smithereens. Feather could look for another dredge line here as Light has to flash away from that empowered Q of 1xN. ThunderTalk out swinging in this counter matchup at the bot side.
Yeah, we were oh, hang on, Tian. Does he just go for this one?
Oh, flashes away from Zaytap. Really nicely done. Xiaohu jumps forward, gonna try to lock down some last-minute damage. Flashes in and picks up the kill. And now Zhao Hongren gonna try to follow up with a flash of his own. The W is gonna come in. The E gonna do some extra damage, and the Kindred is on the board. What is this game?
Wait,
Brawling
he doesn't get it.
Across the
map,
and it's Hoya who survives the dive. It's ThunderTalk ahead 3-1.
There we go, ThunderTalk. This is what we want. Down in the bottom lane as well for 1xN and Feather. Unfortunate the Feather does pick up the gold, but not going to be the end of the world. And they can keep getting aggressive here because he hooks landing.
Zaytap looking to get aggressive, but he's going to get immediately matched here by Tian, who pops that steadfast presence and makes sure that he cannot use the public execution. So mid lane, another dominant performance here. And now forcing 1xN and Feather to play more defensively. The Death Brush has been set up here. Feather going to try to face check it with the sweeper. Will end up spotting everybody here on Weibo and has to flash on out. But now, a lot of damage has already been issued onto Tian, and Zaytap dashes forward and picks up the kill onto the Weibo jungler. So 1-0 so far opened up for ThunderTalk, and Xiaohu on the wrong side of the wall might have to be a bit creative in terms of escaping here, as now it is Light and Weibo trying to push forward despite being a man down, as Zhao Hongren, now hitting level 6, has arrived to the fray and will start up these grubs.
Yeah, despite the fact that both top laners have got teleport available to them, nobody really looking to move, and ThunderTalk finally get themselves involved in a grub fight. Steal away these chickens. These are not marked up chickens. This is just stealing away a camp for the heck of it.
Worlds comes out onto 1xN. Xiao actually chunking out this Varus very heavily. Forces the Chain of Corruption in onto TN, but now might have gone a little bit too far forward. The Deadly Flourish only lands onto the Nautilus, but in comes Breathe, finding the kill onto 1xN, forcing Xiaohongren to flash away. And gonna be the explosive cast actually sending TN straight into the Kindred. And here comes Satab, gonna flash forward the execution, gonna go way too far forward and just get instantly 100-0'd. Xiaohongren gonna have to pop that Lance Respite, but he dies with the ultimate still up. Everybody just falling for Thundertalk as their lead is evaporating before their eyes as Weibo find 3 free kills.
Yikes, Thundertalk, they try to get aggressive, try to steal away that camp, but 1xN gets chunked, then taken out. Satab. 1 and 3 at the moment, down by a little bit of CS as well. Having a pretty bad time of it. Still, you've got leads in your bottom lane, even across the jungle as well.
Insult to injury at this point.
Hey, it's not over, it's not over. Weibo, they haven't been able to establish themselves a lead so far. They are going to look for a play onto Hoya, who gets stopped.
Yeah, steadfast presence from TN already providing so much value, and it forces Hoya down. Breathe gets another kill, and things go from bad to worse for Thundertalk.
This is why you counter-pick the jungle right here for Weibo. In terms of the Poppy late, Erha has to flash away, so that's at least going to be the flash away from the support right here for Weibo. This game at least.
Satab had to get over the wall there as the Rift Herald's now at 4,000 HP. TN has that Keeper's Verdict. Can he find it onto the Kindred? No, can instead try to find Satab, but does not connect. And now it's going to be the depth charge in. Satab going for the public execution. He uses it defensively instead of finishing off a kill. But it will be the Rift Herald secured by Xiaohongren. But the curtain call has been opened up. Light finds the first shot onto Feather, and it'll be a kill for the Rift Herald as TT will take the trade.
It entirely depends on
execution to put himself in a safer position to dash away and to kind of take himself out of the fight. Could it be worth it though for Thundertalk as Xiao's already forced to flash away, and it will be the first tower picked up for the side of TT. So they are starting to get
key Weibo carry.
And Thundertalk would love this dragon. Not only would it potentially stall the soul, but potentially could set up a fight now that could be advantageous for the side of Thundertalk, who have kept things close continuously. TN hunting, waiting to go over the wall with the blast gun, but Xiaohongren already bursting this down very quickly. TN's gonna have to get in there to try to steal it away, and he does so! Just yoinks it from underneath Xiaohongren's arms, and make sure that Weibo having to take this turn instead. So Satab having a really rough go of things so far here in this game number 3. On this Akali pick that he picked up early, wanted to make sure he was comfortable in a potential clinching scenario, and now it's going to result in 1xN being the target here. The 4th shot not even necessary as Xiaohu will pick up kill number 9 overall for Weibo Gaming.
And this is the thing, right? You've got so much map mobility, Tian, using that Hex Flash. They know. Weibo know. This is so risky.
And it's taking so long for them to even get it anywhere close to being dead. It's at 5,000 HP, but already TN's in a good position to try to yeet somebody away with the Keeper's Verdict. Gonna use it to just knock away Feather and force a 4v4 situation until Light arrives. 2,000 HP. It's gonna be a flip. Will it go over?
Oh,
no, it is Weibo who secure the Otacon. And the Land's Respite's already come out for Xiaohongren. Xiaohu and the rest of Weibo have the HP advantage, but here comes the re-engage. Depth charge forcing TN to flash on out, but the curtain call has been unlocked. Feather getting targeted. The 3rd shot, the 4th will not connect, but Breathe get the kill on Hoya on the backside of things. And Satab is super disconnected from the rest of his team. Going to try to find Light in some sort of 1v1 trade. Oh! He will be able to get it, but he will go down in response as Light will make it a 1-for-1 extended.
Oh, the fact that you're able
to... And again, Xiaohongren did not use his smite, and also didn't use his Lamb's Respite to try to bait out the smite from somebody like Tien. So just misutilization of trying to secure that objective overall. As we see Hoya, I was wondering how he died. He was like, that grenade went on a journey.
Yeah, that around the rift. Having to chase him around. It would have eventually killed him no matter what. As we jump out of that replay, we are going to head straight on into the soul point being picked up right here for Weibo. They are up by 5,000 gold in this game. Like I just said, soul point available to them as well. And now with the Baron spawning in 1.5 minutes time, Weibo, they are in complete and utter control of this game, of this series. Looks like they are going to be heading on into the playoffs. Looks like Thundertalk are going to have their series cut short right here.
Oh, Satab, he was spotted out by that sweeper of Tien. Now going to be forced to fight out a 1v2, but he does not win those at all. Xiaohu getting another one. And Weibo just adding pieces to...
They're all on the way down towards this bottom side.
I mean, not much that Hoya can do right now as Erha's going to come in to force him away from the tower, as that was their intended prize. Weibo to collect that one.
And throwing it away in various places. Xiaohongren finally has 5 stacks, so he is going to be beginning to get rolling. You know, it's a little bit of a start for him at this point, but might be a little bit too late right here for Thunder Talk. Like we said, down by 6,000 gold at this point. Baron is now up and available. Thunder Talk can grab themselves the Baron, find a team fight around that. Maybe that's a good
nice
pick.
Combo from Hoya. It forces Xiao to go golden, but he's able to generate so much distance. The Between Worlds going to keep him alive for now. And now here comes the follow-up. Tab not even able to pick up the kill.
Oh!
To Xiao until the Storm Surge comes through. It's a 3-for-1 with the curtain call forcing out Xiaohongren. A 4th one finds 1xN. And Weibo Gaming just dominating this series front to back.
It's a nice try out of Hoya. Tries to get that fancy little bot back with the explosive cast, but unfortunately, Zhao, who's the target you pick up with the flash, with the Between Worlds, with all of the invisibility that this champion has, more than easy enough. Xiaohongren, he tries for one final steal, but he's just going to get knocked up. Has to use the ulti. Don't even know if that's going to save him necessarily. Breathe. Yeah, is just going to be able to land that accelerated shock blast to pick up that kill. A delayed ace right there, and the Baron to follow. Weibo Gaming, this one is all but done. So unfortunate for them. You predicted Thunder Talk coming in with your predictions.
Yeah, we're beyond that at this point. It's going to come down to some sort of miracle for Thunder Talk. It's been the case going into this game in terms of the series, and now in terms of this game, you know, at this point, 28 minutes into this one, Xiaohongren trying to find a little bit of gold on the top side of the map, but he's leaving the rest of his team to fend for themselves with a Baron up minion wave in both mid and bot. Gonna lock down these inhibitors sooner rather than later. So it looks like Thunder Talk gonna try to find a response. They find the Chain of Corruption and Era, but there's just not enough damage for Safetime to finish anybody off. Tien dashes forward. They're gonna try to find the kill to 1xN, and that's just gonna be all too easy, and that's gonna be the game. Xiaohu picks up a double kill, and Weibo Gaming hunting for the win.
They're going to be able to push through. Mid lane inhibitor falls, bot lane inhibitor falls as well. And there's a ton of these Baron empowered minions pouring into the base. 4 of the cannon minions taking down these towers, taking down the last remnants of Thunder Talk's split 2 here in the LPL. It's rough, but Weibo, they've just been better today.
I mean, it's going to come down to some sort of miracle. They root up Xiaohongren with a deadly flourish. He still has the Land's Rest, but the Nexus is William the target instead. The sleeping giant has awoken as Weibo Gaming are going to be up firing for the postseason. They 3-0 Thunder Talk.